ranking popular men's fragrances. I've seen a few other YouTubers do this, and I thought it'd be fun. So I'm gonna start with 10, I guess. That's what this video is all about. So I'm gonna start with, I guess, a very, very popular one, Versace Eros. So the thing about Versace Eros, ranking from 0 to 10, 10 being the best, I will give this a 6.5, because here's the thing that I like about it. I really like the vanilla dry down. You know what, I'll give it a 7. The vanilla really makes it. The opening is kind of typical, and it is kind of a party fragrance, but just for the vanilla note, I'll give it a 7. Then, Dylan Blue, this is probably equally as popular from Versace. I would probably also give this a 7 because it's not one of my favorites, but it is still a very nice men's fragrance. And the main thing that I like about it is that it is very fresh. It's kind of like if you want to make a statement, because it is a pretty prominent fragrance. It's very strong. It has some unique notes. It has mainly citrus in the opening, has some black pepper, and then it has some tonka bean and saffron in the base notes. So it is a pretty versatile, strong male scent, which is quite nice. So yeah, about a 7 out of 10. Then, one that I quite like more than average, this is Terre d'Amesso au Givre. So this is, the reason I like this is because it has juniper berries in it. And I really like the smell of juniper berries. They're very refreshing, very cool and crisp, and I always think of the forest or like a cold rushing stream. You know, it's a very natural scent, very cool and fresh. And in general, this is just a really nice, refreshing scent, especially for the summer. You know, when it's really hot, you want to be refreshed. So, I mean, this is a very icy cold scent. I mean, even eau givrée means ice water, frozen water. So that's what you get. Then, another one that I pretty much like all of these. I'll go with one that's kind of on the middle scale. This is Gerjoff 40 knots. So I would give this a 5. Maybe this is the lowest on my list. The reason I give this a 5, it's very expensive. And I don't necessarily think it's quite worth the price, because it's a very light fragrance. So this is not to say it smells bad, it actually is very refreshing. 40 knots is a very marine, ocean-esque, summery scent for men. And that's very nice. You know, if it's summertime and again you want to freshen up, you want something oceanic, marine, this is gonna give you what you want. But it is very expensive and it's not really long lasting, so I don't really think it's quite worth the money. So 5-ish, I would say. Then I'm bringing up Dior Homme. So this is actually all for men, and I think they don't make this version anymore. But like just the average Dior Homme, eau de toilette, eau de parfum, that sort of thing. So it smells pretty similar. Very nice scent of iris for the most part. Refreshing, slightly powdery. I would give this, well, here's the thing. There's another Dior Homme which I'm going to mention in a minute, which I like better than this one. So in comparison, I would give this one a 6. A 6 because it's pretty light. It doesn't last extremely long. It's a very pleasant scent though. Now in relation to Dior Homme Intense, the intense version, I'm giving a 9.5 because I really, really like the intense version. Now, it may be because I just like heavier scents in general, and this is much heavier than the regular Dior Homme, but they're both very good. They both have that iris note in it, which I think is really, really nice. The Dior Homme Intense I like better just because, like I said, it's stronger, but it's also warmer. This is more crisp and fresh and like springtime sort of thing. This is more evening, winter, autumn, warm fragrance. So that's the difference, but they're both really, really good. Then, Valentino Uomo. This one I like quite a lot as well. Maybe not quite as much as Dior Homme Intense, but I would give this an 8 because it does have that nice warmth, smoothness, it's kind of similar to Dior Homme Intense, but it's, you know, it has its own twist on things. Very good for cold weather, the evening, that sort of thing. And it's just nice. I would say it's more of a sophisticated sort of scent, so it's very, very pleasant. So yeah, probably an 8 for Valentino Uomo. Plus it's from Valentino, so of course you're getting a very nice designer fragrance. Then, the next two. These are also from Dior. Ambre de Nuit and Tobacco Color. These are technically unisex scents, but I would say they kind of err a little bit more towards the masculine side because they're both very heavy. So Tobacco Color, obviously, it's a tobacco fragrance, and then Ambre de Nuit is more like a very, very warm, slightly spicy, ambery sort of fragrance. I love both of these. These are both 10 out of 10s for me. Well, I would say Tobacco Color is 9 out of 10, and then Ambre de Nuit is 10 out of 10. Both extremely good, just really delicious fragrances. Very kind of mysterious, seductive, really great for the evening. Very, very luxurious and sophisticated. They are part of Dior's like upper class line that they have. So yeah, both of these are really, really good. And then the last one that I have is actually kind of a classic. This is Acqua di Gio. So everyone knows Acqua di Gio. It's no surprise that it's here. This came out in the 90s. And I would say this is probably a 6.5 for me, at least, because it is a very nice, refreshing, herbal, citrusy sort of fragrance, but it's kind of standard for what it is. It's, you know, it does well for having the herbal notes like rosemary and the citrus notes, and it is good for summer, but you know, there's nothing really special about it, and you know, nothing quite new or exciting about it. So 6.5 for the standard Acqua di Gio. Now, I have heard the Acqua di Gio Profumo is more interesting, more intense. I haven't tried that, but I have a feeling that I would probably rate that higher than this one. But that's pretty much all I have to say about fragrances like these. I don't really hate any particular fragrance. Well, I do hate a few fragrances, but they're not on this list. I might have to make a separate list for female fragrances, and then I will have quite a few actually that I dislike. But most of these male fragrances, you know, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I haven't really come across male fragrances yet that I actively dislike. So that's pretty much what I have to say about that. If you have any opinions about these fragrances, you can always leave those down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.